I definitely don't hear the same.
I know you like Youngboy though. I know
melodies.
I saw him on your page. You be listening.
You ain't see him on my page. Where you saw him on my page?
You posted a song. Listen to him. I know you be listening to him.
Of course. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I listen to him. Definitely.
We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.
All right, man. Changing the Youth, the hottest podcast in the city. We're joined by Lil Zod. What's going on, big dog?
Chilling,
So who taught you how to like write your songs or how you go about your writing process? Because it's real, the level that you're on right now is comparable to, you know, a lot of professional artists out here.
Honestly, when I first started, I was only doing strictly punching in. I didn't write a song probably like the first year I was recording. I ain't write not a single song. It was just
straight
going there,
punching.
punch in, like punch in the bar. I might punch in 8. I might walk out, you know, hit a little smoke, come back in there. It was no type of writing. Now I'm on the type of time where I won't write a whole song, but I say I write like 8 to 10 bars, then I just go off of that. That's the main thing.
That's how you go about choosing the direction you going at. You going with on a record.
I try to keep it like as natural as possible in a way. I feel like when you write, like you kind of own like a script. Because you change one line out, then it kind of mess up the whole song.
For sure. How you feel when certain people not pointing no elbows and not be comparing you to other artists? They could be calling you a young boy. And Toosii.
Toosii.
It really don't.
Quando Rondo.
Honestly, it really don't affect me. I feel like when people use certain artists, it's not that they necessarily say I sound like them. It's just a certain genre of like. I mean, everybody like in different categories.
That's what I say. You're killing the melodies like how these professional artists do. So
I appreciate that.
I definitely don't hear the same.
I know you like Youngboy though. I know
melodies.
I saw him on your page. You be listening.
You ain't see him on my page. Where you saw him on my page?
You posted a song. Listen to him. I know you be listening to him.
Of course. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I listen to him. Definitely.
I know he ain't hate. Who's your favorite? What would you say?
Yeah.
Like
to
of
listen
all
to.
time or
Like a top
in
5.
general?
Top 5.
We could do all time. We could do all time. All time's interesting. What's your favorite?
All right, number one, like I really grew up listening to Lil Wayne. That was my favorite rapper growing up. Like, he had like a lot of the biggest influence when it comes to like the punchlines and I don't know. He just was different.
Yeah.
Wayne had the game locked in for probably about 10 years. Yeah. Same way like how Drake is now.
That's how he was.
That's how Wayne had the game. Wayne, Boosie, Soulja Slim. Believe it or not, Tupac influenced a lot. A lot of songs that I put on Zod's playing had a major influence. I listened to All Eyes on Me for like 2 weeks straight, right before I was getting ready to put everything together for the tape.
Yeah, I mean that don't surprise me at all. I don't think you venture too far from a Tupac, because although you melodic, you also lyrical. You keep it lyrical. You're still lyrical with your music. So
that's my biggest thing. A lot of artists don't really be talking about nothing. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, they start to get real repetitive.
Well, I think that's kind of what draws people into your music, because you actually are talking about something, and it sounds good. So
I appreciate that.
I know if Shane was here, like one of his criticism when it comes to lyrical artists is sometimes there are certain artists that are very lyrical, but they get caught up rapping about rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like I rap like this and whoop like, but they're not really saying nothing.
Yeah.
You know, substantial in their music. They're just showcasing their lyricism. So you well versed to where you're saying something, you giving us stories, and you got the melodies so we don't fall asleep. And you know you making real good music.
Keep you there. I think like melody is just, you know, music has changed a lot over the years. So, you know, some people be like, oh, people make you sing, but I think like melody just hit your soul different. Like sometimes you can listen to a song, you get chills like in your body.
Yeah, before you even know what the lyrics is to that song.
But you do know how to switch it up too. You know, you got some hardest songs that was on Zod's plan, like I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's like
G100.
G100. That's what it's called. I would have said that wrong.
I punched that whole song.
That was fire. So like, what was your inspiration for that song?
I just was talking about like a lot of different things. Like every song is a story. Like you gonna hear a parts of something that it took place within, whether it's last few months, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and I don't know, like I don't know what came over me, but I just had that energy. Like I want to get something like to turn up in a way.
And you got like G100 and stuff on your page. So what is that? What is that?
That's where I'm from. So it's G100 1000. That's Graveyard. I'm from Glenwood. It's a part in Riviera Beach. It's really the only hood that has a cemetery. We don't have no parks, no courts, none of that. It's only a cemetery. So it's like that's kind of what you look at. It's weird, but it's like that's all you see. It's literally in the backyard.
For sure. That almost reminded me. I thought he was probably, great.
Graveyard Gang.
I thought he was
Locked
graveyard
in with
gang.
Nino.
Yeah. Like, Nino and them. Yeah, man. So, talk to us about like what was the influences that made you begin rapping in the first place? Because I kind of like I say, you from Rivera. It's interesting because I'm from the same place, and people kind of they gear to similar hobbies,
Right.
similar lifestyles, and there's a lot of distraction. So, to you, what drifted your focus to rap and to make the kind of music you aspire to make? Because I feel like you tell a lot of stories, but you also have a lot of like content in your music, a lot of substantial content for people to pull from. So what was really the reasoning behind starting to rap?
Honestly, I was rapping at 5 years old.
Yeah.
Like, I was freestyling at 5 years old.
Gotcha.
Like it was times where, back then, like your phone, you couldn't, click record on your phone. So I would call like random numbers just to get the voicemail, and I would freestyle like for a minute straight. And I probably did that. Probably like about 7, but I never really thought I would want to lock in and be a rapper.
Yeah.
Cause like when you in school, and like everybody they go around and ask you what you want to be, it's like
That's not the
I ain't
popular
wanna
answer.
be, not
I
a
ain't
popular
that.
answer.
Yeah.
And the teacher always gonna like say you want to be in NFL, NBA. The teacher like, okay, what's your backup plan? So I never want to be that person that had to say a backup plan. But
Sure.
all along, if I would have said I want to be a rapper, I still would have been different the whole time.
Yeah.
But like went through new school and all that, and different situations, came by and hit my lowest. So it's like, damn, what I'm gonna do? You feel me? And I just started like freestyling out of nowhere. I was just vibing, like singing, rapping, and I started like recording on Instagram, like freestyle on Instagram, probably like for like a month straight. And then Dre hit me up one day. He was like, "Cuz, you need to go to the studio." But me, I ain't know no studio around here. Like, never heard of not a single studio.
Yeah.
So shit, he ended up calling me. He like, "Shit, I'm gonna book his session." He picked me up, took me to the studio, and shit, it's been up ever since.
Yeah.
Mhm.
At that point, what was the feeling you had? You just felt like, okay, like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like when I'm doing this, when I'm rapping,
Right.
it takes me away from. Is it sort of like
It's definitely
a
therapy.
haven for you? Yeah.
It's
Like,
definitely therapy. In the beginning, it wasn't because I didn't really know how to record. Like, I thought you just rap the whole way through. I was trying to one take everything, like no breaks, no fixing nothing. And I had to learn how to record. And once I got the recording process down, it's like I start opening up like old wounds and just bringing out different things about myself I done went through, and it became a therapy thing.
So,
hmm
so helped you learn a little bit more about yourself
Definitely.
on the way.
Definitely.
Definitely. Would you say even until now, are you like are you a vulnerable person on your tracks? Do you tell a lot about yourself without any like
Yeah,
comfortably?
no
like,
filter,
yeah.
be comfortable. And sometimes, like, I don't even be realizing some of the things I say until I go back and listen. I be like, damn, I really
Yeah.
told the world that. Like, it give me chills. I be like, damn, that's deep.
Yeah.
Cause like I be a whole different person when I go in there.
So do you prefer to drop singles more or like projects? Are you gonna start dropping some more projects?
Yeah, I'm definitely dropping another project, but I want to go the singles route, like do a video. My plan this year is to drop
Yeah, that's what
2 videos every month. So
Yeah, because we learn on your Instagram, you ain't got no videos up.
yeah, I haven't dropped a video since want to say it was definitely last year. I haven't really dropped any music this year at all. Like I said, certain things were going on.
Trying to get everything in order.
Handling like the business side of it. That was my biggest thing that I had to learn through all this. I wish I had that like in order early on when I first started. But you know, you live, you learn. You know, you go through certain things, different situations happen. You know,
well, you definitely have all the songs there for the videos.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I'm sitting on right now like a tape and a half unreleased music, and I haven't recorded a song since December.
Yeah, so we got music on the way. You still handling business, it sounds like.
Definitely.
The business part is the absolute most important part of this whole thing. I think even if some artists want to go all the way, but opportunity may present itself and you don't have all your ducks in a row, you know.
Right. Yeah,
so,
business is the main thing. Like really, people don't realize it's 75% business, the other 25% is music. Yeah. That's 100%. The portion of it.
That's 100%. At the end of the day, it is business, bro. Music is involved with everything we do in our society, whether it's, you know, commercial or movies or, you know, you walking in the store, they playing music.
Yeah.
You know,
all that streaming.
All that is streams and performances and stuff like that. So as an artist, it's intellectual property at that point. So you really have to make sure that your music is on a straight narrow, like for sure.
That's the main thing. Cause a lot of artists that I feel like were underpaid.
Hell yeah, and they don't realize it until
they missed out on it. Yeah, they missed out on it, and it's some that we know now. Like we can look at songs from like I want to say 70s, 80s. A lot of those artists didn't get paid like they should have because they ain't have somebody in the corner like showing them the business, or they, you know, just.
Or whoever was managing them was just taking advantage.
And everything, right. Person signed the paper making more money than you the artist.
And you don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the things holding artists up right now is all the sponsorship that they have.
Right.
Because when you don't own your music and you go through your entire career and now you're not popping no more. You ain't the one everybody want to listen to. Where's that money coming from? And a lot of artists go broke. So
otherwise, make smart investments and put your money in the right places. That's the main thing.
So you mentioned but you got your manager. Do you have like anything else? Do you have like a team as far as like PR and these different aspects of the business?
No.
Okay. Now yeah, but that's like that's something I guess. What's stopping that? Is it more of like a who you can trust thing and working with people who got your best interest in mind for now?
Definitely. I mean, I'm not gonna say like it won't change in the future.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I feel like anything extra is not necessarily needed right now.
Gotcha.
A lot of these like shows and all that, I kind of put that together on my own way.
Yeah, for sure.
Are there any artists that you thinking of working with? Because I know mainly just dropping songs is you.
You know it's crazy. I really don't like doing features.
No?
I really don't like doing features.
Why is that?
I'm not saying that.
Not in Palm Beach.
No, it's not a Palm Beach thing. It's not a location thing. I'm not big on doing features. I feel like I can get the point and the message I'm trying to get across by myself.
That's real.
Honestly.
Real, yeah. That's real.
I mean, I will, you know, like I did some features this year. Like I said, I ain't recording nothing by myself, but I did a couple like features this year. But I'm not really too big on features, honestly.
Like you never heard of being like, damn, like this person would sound good.
Yeah, I have, but it'd be like the timing thing and this the main thing. Like I usually don't, if I put like a 2-verse and like a hook on the song, 9 times out of 10 I usually finish a song. I never like leave a song blank.
Not
so
room
like
for the
how can
feature.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, for sure. Well, I think an artist like you, is it a little hard to get people who would give the same energy on the record, like work as hard, or you know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. Like some people might come on the track that you got all this in mind, and they hard, but the way they come on it just it shifts everything.
It can change everything. Yeah, it can change everything. I mean, we'll see. Like in the future. It's definitely like some people I can think in my head I probably work with, like industry wise or
like Quando.
Oh my God.
Honestly, no. Mm-mm. Honestly, no.
Youngboy, you on
You ain't a
somewhere.
Quando. I ain't a Quando fan for real.
Nah, it's no
snap
like
though.
this.
His
Like
snap.
this
His
too.
He
latest shit
does.
snap.
He's
Yeah,
good.
it's
His
no-
Don't
latest.
wanna
shit,
listen
I
to
really
him.
don't.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I'm on me personally, I'm on a whole different level.
So who industry wise is someone like you would want to work with?
Isaiah Rashad. I see it. I see Isaiah Rashad in there.
Baby,
I can see it, some baby.
I see.
before Wayne, like before he put it down, put the towel down, I gotta get one with Wayne. Boosie. I fuck with Rallo, Cal.
Yeah, I knew that was
I
coming.
fuck with them too.
You know,
It was coming.
Um,
Some no cap.
yeah, I fuck with them. I'm trying to think who else.
I want to hear
No,
you
I
on
can hear
something
you
jazzy.
on some
I work with
some
Toosii too.
Coleon,
Coley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
some storytelling shit.
Definitely, yeah. Coley definitely do something on that. We talking Florida wise, yeah.
Mhm.
Coley. Even Yak too though.
Yeah.
Yak real versatile. People don't realize it, but he really
Yeah.
like even in the beginning he was real versatile. Like,
Yeah,
he
he's
was
always
really
been
more singing
versatile.
than anything. Like when
Yeah.
he first started. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that boy is versatile as hell.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
As far as like the industry in Palm Beach, I think the problem that we have a lot is the fact that not even all the way down to like our whole industry here, from the studios to the DJs in the clubs and whatnot, they don't really have down pat getting industry people on. So
The connection.
the connection can be made, but the thing is, what we're doing now is we have the formula, and what we're doing is actually bringing what they want to the table. People want money, and people want to be noticed, and also to be recognized. So I mean, let's just say per se, a lot of people aren't going to these clubs and writing the DJs' names down, and they're not writing you guys' names down the radio and getting you guys on contact and keeping in contact with you guys, steady shouting you guys out, promoting you guys. So at the end of the day, it's a two-way relationship.
Yeah.
So the industry here is kind of dead because they really don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to a DJ in the club here and you ask him to spin, he wants some kind of money. And then at the end of the day, he's not spinning your music. And then on top of that, like he has some dope music, it needs to be replayed and replayed and replayed. So at some point, I mean, if you don't have money as far as to just shell out, like in any other situation, our industry in West Palm Beach is not really bubbling. Kind of everywhere else, like Orlando, if you look at how Armstrong and Killer Creeper kind of got on, those DJs know what they're doing. Those DJs know that we have artists and people in the neighborhoods that are hot and popping. So when they come to the club, I know for a fact that this person is gonna pack my club. And then if he ain't packing my club, if I play his music enough and he comes in here, if he's flashy enough, you know, we're gonna be big. So I think our plan is to actually attack it with the proper angle. And I mean, hopefully we get everybody on the same page and we get a hold of you guys' names and we get you guys' names on and we get the radio stations and the other DJs and we make our rounds to the point where at the end of the day, we're all friends and family. So when he does make something, being that you already like it, not that you're just checking for it, you're putting it in rotation. You're putting it in people's faces. So I think that's what our industry lacks is West Palm Beach. And I wish, you know what I'm saying, we could kind of take game from other cities and kind of get it together. But, you know, I just kind of wanted to add that, man.
No, I think you hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
Because I'll be real. On that notion, me and a few media heads, and we tapped in with some different radios. I talk to DJ IMAX all the time about the same problem. Like, pretty much, it's a foundation. Like we're lacking that foundation to where it's like everything. We're like a machine, and the artist, it benefits the artist, it benefits the blogs and such and such. It's Atlanta has that. They have the same thing over there. Orlando, as you speak of.
Orlando, yeah, they're doing a better job.
Yeah, when people see like 100K management, but they don't know they're tapped in with my mixtapes. they don't know that this is a whole little loop going on.
It's all about
together,
forming
right?
those business relationships.
Exactly. People don't know what goes on the back end, and same with us. You know, we're real cool with some different blogs that people don't know, like Florida Up Next, and we send them certain artists, but it needs to be at a bigger level, and everybody needs to recognize. I think it comes down to respecting the talent that we have in the city. Like,
A lot of talent.
Yeah.
people don't respect it. They don't see the artists that we have. Certain artists like Toosii should have been out of here. Like,
It's all about perspective too, though. At the same time, because, well, I think what ties into that respect factor. You know, we think of the city, we're just thinking like, oh, that's that nigga just around the corner.
Right,
Like,
I went to
he's
school
not that
with him.
good.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're not thinking like, you know, outside perspective, like, yo, this is a real dope artist, you know, and thinking of how it could financially benefit both parties.
Definitely.
and the point, one of the points that he brought up that I like too is when you say getting their names and staying in contact with them.
Yeah.
I think that's
You have to.
that's the flawed part too. Is
You
that
have to.
a lot of people gonna use you, take what they, you know, they look cloud at the moment, whatever it is that you bring them your money, whatever, and then you know
That's
you out the door.
Yeah.
But nobody's really keeping these connections and keeping this pool of artists.
Knowing that those connections later down the road could be what gets them on.
We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.